Hello, good people and ship commanders in YouTube. Lucky Mies over here. Now that we got Augment module to the Magdeburg, did I pronounce the name right? Well, actually, I was thinking like, now that we finally got the Augment module, why not just do a review about this very fascinating persona from the Iron Blood. And I have to say, honestly, she is by far one of the favorite Iron Blood characters in Azur. So Magdeburg, what can I say about her? Well, one thing I can actually think of, Magdeburg is one of the historically, if there's any historic relation, she is the so-called M-class light cruisers from the Kriegsmarine Navy, one of those what-if ships. But because the war economy affecting the German Navy 1940s, and they really wanted to build some kind of light cruiser, and the M-class designs were one of them. But as the pressure go on, these ships were never meant to be built. And so we got the M-class in World of Warships and now in the Azur. And there has been some interesting concept of the M-class. And one of them is hilariously the adding a light cruiser to a turtleback armor, which is honestly really unnecessary by a by a concept. But well, what can I say? This is my personal opinion about the Munchen from the World of Warships. But let's put that other game aside. The Magdeburg in Azur. I will say though, the design is very good. I actually like the design. The riggings are simple. And this is, what can I say? There's something that really intrigues me about this character. And the design as well. It's not just... There's something that speaks to me I'm actually interested. I don't know what it is, but it's just simply interesting design, and I love it. Some kind of mix in sports based on the shoes, and then she has this huge jacket. I don't know, it's just fascinating design. As for her other skins, they are also fine. She has one of the Cat Cafe, and other one is gone fishing the beach type. And this is really good, but how she is in gameplay wise? Well, according to the base status, in level 125 she gets 3,748 HP, 190 firepower, 317 torpedoes, her anti-air is 385, reload is 207, evasion is 127. She's a light cruiser, so her armor type is light. Her speed is not bad, 36. Her accuracy is 168, her luck stats is 50, and her anti-submarine stats is also 149, and her oil cost is 11. But in the stat you see on the screen, these are all based on the buffs from the affinity and the gear lab, fleet technology, and other things added there. At first, she's not bad. As for her armament, she gets one main gun, that is light cruisers guns, 145% efficiency. Torpedoes, she gets 2 of them, 135% efficiency, and her anti-air is 120%. Next up is her skills. Of course, this scorching combo has changed because I have now augment module on it. But if we unequip it for a while, let's focus on the offensive is get hyped. When the fleet this ship is in sinks an enemy fleet. Increases this ship's damage dealt by 6%. Can be stacked up to 4 times. When this ship sinks an enemy in combat, increases this ship accuracy and evasion by 5%. It can be stacked up to 4 times. That's 20%. Not bad. If she can actually sink an enemy ship. And next one is defensive, scorching combo. Increases this ship AA by 15%. 3 seconds after the battle starts, and with a 70% chance every 20 seconds, fires a level 10 special barrage, damage is per skill level. If this barrage fails to activate, instead increase this ship firepower and torpedo by 10%. Can be stacked up to 2 times. That's 20%. When stacked twice, increase this barrage proc chance to 100%. That's instantly firing the barrage. After the second and fourth battles in a sortie, improves this barrage. And of course, all-out assault. Activates all-out assault. Magdeburg once every 8 times the main guns are fired. So, on paper, I actually came to conclusion that once the augment module got released, actually let's put the augment module right on. If we equip augment module, that is claw and ribbon, increases firepower and torpedo by 35 points. Also modified effect, slashing rampage. During battle, every time this ship sinks an enemy, decreases the reload time of this ship currently reloading torpedoes by 2 seconds. Now this is not bad, it is very welcome indeed. Let's just say this torpedo armament takes 19 seconds to reload. Remove 2 seconds from there. Not bad, not bad. Now we have Scorching Combo Plus. The AA stays the same. Now after that, there seems to be some kind of change. Let me find it. Okay, I think I found a change. And starting from this, fires level 10 special barrage, damage is based on skill level. And here is the new stuff. And give this 1 stack of combo fire. If this barrage does not activate, this ship gains 2 stacks of combo fire. When the fleet this ship is in fights its 2 and 4th battles in a sortie, this barrage is improved 1 time each. Now this is... Combo Fire has a... Excuse me. Combo Fire has a max stack of 3, and for each stack this ship has of it, her firepower and torpedo increases by 10%. When this ship Combo Fire stack reaches its maximum, the activation chance for this skill barrage becomes 100%. So that's instantly, so that's the same. So, how should I deconstruct this? This is a new stuff, so it's gonna take me a while. Okay, I have to rack my brain a little bit, but if I understood correctly, in 3 seconds when the battle starts, there's a 70% chance to fire barrage. And if that 70% chance fails, this ship gains 2 stack of Combo Fire. Now, what is this Combo Fire? Combo Fire, let's just find it. Combo Fire has max stack of 3, and for each stack the ship has of it, her firepower and torpedo increases by 10%. So, if one fails, she gets 2. And if it succeeds, well, it just every 20 seconds. It gives it 1 Combo Fire if it succeeds. And Combo Fire has max stack of 3, and for each stack... Okay. Increased by 10%. When this Combo Fire stack reaches maximum, the activation chance for this skill barrage becomes 100%. So, if I translate this myself correctly, because I have to remind you, English is not my main language, it's Finnish. If I understood correctly, 1 stack increases firepower and torpedo by 10%, or if you... Well, let me finish this one sentence. 1 stack increase her firepower and torpedo by 10%, but if she gets max 3, her firepower and torpedo is increased by maximum 30%. And every time, every 20 seconds in that max stat, it fires every time. In one battle, of course. And then there is the... if this barrage does not activate... okay, not here. When the fleet this ship is in fights its 2nd and 4th battles in a sortie, this barrage is improved 1 time each. So let's just say the first one is the first battle takes the other fleet, and the second fight takes the Magdeburg fleet. And I hope you got the idea. It's switching the fleets. And with this defensive, oddly defensive, really shows that she is not built to be anti-air ship. She is more like firepower and torpedo cruiser. Which is actually understandable. Look, if you are Ironblood main, you may have noticed that Ironblood is not lacking just by anti-air apartment. It's because it has been designed to lack anti-air. Of course you can try to build on it. But does it actually work? If this skill is focusing on her firepower and torpedo, and only AA 15%. And let me log the stats real quick. Now I have in my other screen the list of light cruisers. And based by anti-air, Magdeburg has less anti-air compared to the retrofit Leipzig and Nuremberg. And those are, well, Leipzig is retrofit elite. Same goes with the Nuremberg, who is also elite. And Magdeburg loses to those by anti-air wise. So she is only built to be torpedo and firepower cruiser, I'm afraid. Not to be anti-air cruiser much at all. Anyway. I see. I had to do just a quick change. The fleet I'm gonna use Magdeburg. Oh, the equipment I'm gonna use for the review. My final thoughts. I gave her prototype twin 150mm SKC 28 main guns you can get from Gear Lab. These are supposedly designed to give the M class based on the history and so forth, and of course for the warship side. Reload is not too good by this gun, but if it can fire 6 shells on a very tight accuracy, it is decently good. And really good status against light and medium, but not impressive, but it can do the job. As for the torpedoes, I gave her the good old Ironblood quadruple magnetic torpedoes. And as for the anti-air, I think Ironblood's best anti-air gun. The smallest one, prototype quadruple 30mm AA gun. Fast reload, really good range, and good reload, I say. As for the auxiliary, I think, well, evasion and HP, it helps on that. As for the torpedoes, I gave her Type 93 pure oxygen torpedoes, but these auxiliaries and armaments you can choose how you want. That fits on you. But this is I'm gonna use for the review part. So as for the rest of the fleet, there is Regensburg, Duisburg, Weser, Gneisenau and Scharnhorst. Because I don't plan to use this fleet into 13, 14 or 15 because well, need to save some oil. I give my final thoughts on a review. Voiceover part, of course. So, Magdeburg. She is a very... Okay, I'm bananas. I am Ironblood main. I make mistakes by misjudging the performance and how they work and such. And one of them was light cruisers has high anti-air. Well, Magdeburg and Ironblood is completely opposite. They are lacking anti-air, but their light cruisers are meant to do some damage. I mean, look, the Claw and Ribbon augment only increases her firepower and torpedo 35 points each. Well, and the... why each? And then Slashing Rampage. During battle, every time this ship sinks an enemy, decreases the reload time of this ship's currently reloading torpedoes by 2 seconds. So it's like 2 seconds every enemy sink? Making her almost rapid firing torpedo light cruiser. And with the Surging combo, well, you can actually do full run on the one mag like I did in the background footage. Nonetheless, when you actually look her skills in paper, the more and more I am personally convinced, and also personal opinion, she is meant to be a torpedo and main gun light cruiser, not the anti-air cruiser. But I also want to mention, I almost forgot to mention that her voice actor is also good. I really like this voice actor that Magdeburg has. But anyway, back to the topic. This took me a really long time to actually realize that she is not built to act as a anti-air cruiser. She is actually to be firepower and torpedo light cruiser. And I guess this is a good time to take this as a lesson. Learning opportunity that always read what the skill says, and by the stat wise what she can actually do. And yeah, and with this map 11 she can actually proc that augment modules special modifier many times as she can. And with the other fleet ships, well, only Weser. I think there was this skill, Galvanizing Shield, deploys a shield that lasts 8 seconds. If the shield is deployed on an Ironblood ship, also increases that ship firepower by 50% for 8 seconds. If that hits directly to Magdeburg, she is benefiting from that. And I did some slight mistake with this fleet, is that, yes, the names, come on, names. Regensburg. She was fine, but does she give much to this fleet other than buffing herself? Well, there is this Regina the Iron Empress, where is the locks onto a random enemy, prioritizes humanoid enemies, increase the damage dealt by Ironblood ships to that target by 8% for 5 seconds. It's not much, but it can do something. So I figured why I didn't add my beloved Jet 11, the gothic gamer girl, because she is actually giving way more to the Vanguard, like shocking shield. When the battle starts, if there's another Ironblood ship in your Vanguard, increases your Vanguard's firepower by 10% and torpedo by 10% until the battle ends. That is the mistake I did when I make this Vanguard fleet. As for the Duisburg, well, that is a future video I'm gonna do sometime. But yes, is she useful? Probably some maps, but I am not sure about map 15, because that place is brutal every degree, and she is not having that strong anti-air. If Leipzig and Nuremberg can actually go higher than her. Yes, she has firepower and torpedo stats, but nah, not really. I like the ship, I like the girl, but she is not built for that map 15. You can try if you want. But honestly, personally, I am not gonna use it. Perhaps map 14 and 13? On there, she can actually survive. But now that we have map 16, well, it's gonna take me probably 2 years to get there. Because map 15 is one annoying, well thought piece of work to do. Of course, I gotta give her some better auxiliaries other than Beaver Squad Tag. But it is what it is. She's a good ship that is not meant to do anti-air stuff. She is only meant to do a firepower and torpedo. Even skills are hinting that the focus on the these benefit, these stats, sectors, whatever you want to call them in English. But I guess that's... There are other ship girls who can actually buff the Vanguard and the main fleet, like Bismarck and Bismarck's Way, but that's the other time. Well, Magdeburg. Good ship, but really bad on anti-air. I like it, and I will use her when the correct, when there's a map, she can actually do some good stuff. A map that doesn't rely anti-air, that is. I guess that's my opinion about Magdeburg, unfortunately. She's good in the right hands. But how you can get Magdeburg, I almost forgot. How shameful, how shame indeed. How to get Magdeburg, Well, if you want to get Magdeburg, she is on light construction, that is 1 hour and 20 minutes. She is from Tower of Transcendence. And that event is available in War Archives. But I am not sure is she available in that entire event. Actually, she is. You can grind Magdeburg on War Archives too. But she is on D3. The hard side of the event. Anyway, you can either build her or you can grind her from the War Archives. I guess this is all I'm going to say about Magdeburg. I hope she is in really good hands once you get her in your hands too, and you actually know how to build a fleet around her and her skills. A vanguard that can actually do some damage. Anyway, I'm gonna end this rambling. My name is LuckyMias205. If you want to support my content, subscribing is also one thing, and if you want to improve YouTube algorithm, leaving comment down below also do the stuff, and hitting the like button as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna now focus on their other Ironblood members. See you then.
終わった